Melanie. Happy Monday to everybody. So this month I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to split up my home fragrance empties from my beauty empties. So typically I just put everything in one video and then my videos get really long. I'm not promising you that they're going to be shorter this way because I just tend to overly explain things. But at least this way, those of you that just watch my channel for the Bath and Body Works and Yankee candle and wax stuff, you can just watch this video and you don't have to sit through an entire video listening to me talk about my empty shampoo bottles and makeup that I've finished and stuff like that. So hopefully that is helpful to you guys. So I've decided to change this, which used to be for my beauty empties, into my candle empties container. So I have a few things in here to share with you guys. And the first thing I'm going to share is that I have gone through about a half of a container of the Perfect Corner Bakery from Better Homes and Gardens. So those are the wax tarts that you can find at Walmart. Perfect Corner Bakery to me is a dupe for cinnamon sugar donut. I have watched some people's videos and they're kind of snarky about it, but they say that it's not a dupe at all, and the after the first 5 minutes it turns into just basically a cinnamon type of scent. It doesn't to me at all. From start to finish it smells like cinnamon sugar donut, the candle. So might be because everybody has a different nose and sort of likes different things, but to me it is an absolutely dead-on dupe for cinnamon sugar donut. I love it. I've been burning it upstairs and downstairs, and I actually have been having each little cube. I basically just take a knife and cut it in half because that gets me enough fragrance. I find if I use a full cube it's almost overpowering to me. So the half a cube has been working just fine, and I can get sometimes 2 or 3 days of just that half a cube. So I'm really having great luck with the Better Homes and Gardens wax tarts. I have a couple of other fragrances that I'm looking forward to trying very soon that I also purchased, but right now I'm just really hooked on the Perfect Corner Bakery one. You can find the Better Homes and Gardens wax melts at your local Walmart for $2 a pack. So they're super inexpensive. I've had really great luck with them. I'm not saying that all of the scents are amazing. There's a lot of them that I don't like. I don't typically like a lot of fruity type of scents. I tend to either like the really sweet bakery scents or the warm kind of woodsy romantic type of scents. So I think they're worth checking out. Most people have a Walmart near them. I know it's not everybody's favorite place to shop, but if you do happen to stop there, I think they're worth checking out. So I don't keep the used tarts. I just throw those away, so I just thought I'd get those out of the way. I did finish a Raspberry Peach Macaroon this month. Macaron. Good Lord. I absolutely love this candle. You guys know that I'm obsessed with it. The one thing that I found about this one that I haven't had an issue with in previous candles of this particular scent is that the wax on this one turned black, and kind of a nasty black color, and then it slightly altered the fragrance when I had the candle lit. When I got to about this point right here, I ended up just putting this on my warmer in my kitchen and just melting it that way. And I basically melted it for maybe 3-4 days in a row until I really couldn't smell the fragrance coming from it anymore. And then I just popped this in the freezer and the wax came right out and I threw it away. So like I said, this is the first of the Raspberry Peach Macarons that I've had that issue with. Some people say it happened to all of theirs in this particular scent, but that hasn't been the case with me. It was just this one here. So it was a little bit of a bummer, but it doesn't stop me from absolutely loving this scent. And if they bring it back again next year, I'll be stocking up on it. Let me just read you the notes on this, even though I've talked this one to death. So this is the ultimate French cookie, celebrated in a unique blend of ripe raspberries, juicy peach, and almond cream. That's exactly what this smells like. It just smells like a dessert, and it smells like dessert heaven. I love macarons. I eat quite a few of these at weddings. You know, a lot of brides are choosing to do like macarons instead of like cupcakes these days. I'm so over the cupcakes and cake too. So this is kind of a unique dessert idea, and they're always really delicious. And I live in a city where people are total foodies, and so we have some really like nice fancy places that sell these French cookies, and they're absolutely delicious, and they come in like a huge variety of flavors. So when this candle came out, I knew I was probably gonna love it. I do. I can't get enough of this. So bummer on the kind of futzing out towards the end, but will not stop me from repurchasing it if they do re-promote it next year. Let's hop over to some Wallflowers. So this is the autumn one. And so I only have one of them in here. Stella took the other one. I don't know where it is. I put these in the bathroom that you normally see behind me here, the one that we're currently remodeling, thus bathroom cabinets behind me here, because that's where our litter box is located. And then I also put them in Stella's room because that's where her diaper genie is located. And the diaper genie it does not contain the stink at all from the diapers. So I have one of these right behind the diaper genie. She never even notices that it's there. Here's the thing about these Wallflowers. When you get to like a little bit past the halfway point with these, they just completely futz out. It's very annoying. I actually have better luck with like the Airwicks and like the Glade plugins from the grocery store. Those tend to go a lot faster, but at least they smell like solid the whole way through. I just really like the fragrances that Bath & Body Works comes out with, and I really like this autumn one. Even though it's geared more towards like the fall months, I find that it's a great year-round fragrance. I actually purchased quite a few of these last year and have been using them ever since last fall. So through the winter, into the spring, and even into the early summer, I've been using this fragrance both in the bathroom and in Stella's room, and I really like it a lot. I just wish that they wouldn't futz out. Now, I need to do a video on this because I've actually been reading some blogs, and people have been using these guys. They just take the wick out and they use them as like, you've seen those little oil burners. It kind of looks like a wax warmer essentially, but you can burn them like in your oil warmers. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I'm going to try that out. I need to get an oil warmer thing. I don't have one of those. But I'm going to try it, and if it works, I'm definitely going to do a video on it for you guys and let you know, because you do get a good amount of product. I only buy these when they're on sale. I don't pay more than like $6 or $6.25 for one of these. They normally sell for $12.50. I don't pay full price for anything at Bath & Body Works. But anyway, I love this scent. I think it's worth checking out. I'm actually going to go and get the autumn candle this year. I've never gotten the candle. I don't know why. A raspberry peach macaroon. Macaron. I keep doing that. Mason jar. Clean this one out. Oh, God, that smell. So I need to, you can see I've already gotten the wax out of here. I need to now clean these up. By the way, I clean these jars and I reuse them for things like makeup. So all of these, once I'm done with this video, I'm going to take them downstairs, soak the labels off, clean them up, and then put them in my rotation for storing crap. I have a ton of stuff that I can put in these things. Okay, I have a gelato. Now this is the small candle. Here's my beef with these. They don't come out with these very often. They used to sell these on a regular basis, but they don't anymore. I got a few of these at the semi-annual sale. The small jars burn for 20 to 30 hours. Totally not. But I really wanted this gelato scent, and they didn't get the 3 wicks in stores, so I picked up a few of these, and then also in vanilla coconut and some other things. But these don't burn very well at all. They tunnel like crazy, and it's so insanely frustrating because you have to use like the tinfoil trick, and as soon as you take the tinfoil off, they start to tunnel again. And this is like one of the few rare candles that actually happens with. Most candles, when you correct them, you know, they kind of burn even the whole way down after that point. But these, for some reason, like, they just continue to tunnel even after you correct the burn. So what I do with these now is, I haven't done it with the two that I have here. But what I'm going to do is actually pop these into the freezer and before I even burn them. And what I'm going to do is get the wax out and then cut it into like 4 chunks, and then I'm going to just use them on my warmer. So I'm going to melt them as if they were a tart. So that's my plans for the rest of them, but I do have 2 of the gelatos. I love this particular fragrance. People say that it's similar, or it has some of the same notes as the Raspberry Peach Macaron. I don't really find that. I think they're similar enough to where if you can't find that one and you can still find this one, might be worth it. But the description on this is a sweet, creamy blend of raspberry and strawberry with an effervescent sponge sugar finish. It's really good. I love the fragrance. It's very sweet, very like summery type of scent. And I noticed these crack a lot. Like these, both of these have cracks in them. So I don't even think I'm going to be able to reuse these. So I'm just going to recycle these 2. But so that's my beef with the small jars. What are you going to do? So this is the Yankee Candle Campfire Treat. I bought this, I think it was about 1.5 years ago at the outlet store, which is why I think it has this yellow sticker here. But this I thought would be a dupe for the Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works. It's not really. It's close enough. The problem with this particular candle, though, is that it is such a faint hint of the fragrance when you're burning it that, like, it's not even worth buying. Here's what it's worth getting for, though. If you get, like, the smaller jars or the tarts and melt them, it smells amazing. It smells so much better and it's so much stronger. So what I actually did with this is I burned it down a fair amount and then I started popping it on my warmer. And I left it on the warmer long enough to where, like, I can, like, I've gotten most of the fragrance oil out of there. I really can't smell much left in the wax that's in here. So I'm glad that I tried it. It wasn't terrible. It just didn't have the kind of throw that I wanted for my candles. I prefer a much stronger, like heavier, like almost overpowering kind of smell when it comes to my candles, and this just did not give me that. Now, the difference between Yankee Candle and Bath & Body Works, most of you that are watching this video, you know that like Bath & Body Works candles just in general tend to be a lot stronger. There's obviously exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, you're not going to get quite the throw out of the Yankee candles that you do out of the Bath & Body Works candles. Now, there are certainly some fragrances from Yankee that I have come to appreciate and that I will continue to purchase time and time again, but this will not be one of them. I think it was fun to try, but I'll buy it in like tart form or like the little votives, and I may cut that in half and use it as a tart, but I will never buy like a full-size candle of this one again. So there's that. So this guy here, I'm going to see if I can get the wax out of here, but it's a little bit harder with these Yankee ones. I may just have to throw this in the garbage. I don't know if I can recycle it with the wax still in here. And then the last thing that I have for you is, and I got this as part of the Fragrance Insider program, and this is the Endless Weekend Gentle Foaming Hand Soap. This was my first time actually trying the foaming hand soap. I normally always buy the one that has like the little granules in it. I don't know what it's called. I can't think of it right now. But after using this, like this is, since I've been kind of buying some of the hand soaps in the recent like month or so, I have actually started purchasing just the foam because I actually like the foam a lot. For some reason, I thought the foam you would basically go through it faster for some reason. That didn't turn out being true. This lasted me the same amount as like my Market Peach, like, what is it called? I totally can't think of it. The one with the little beads. It's not the antibacterial. None of these are antibacterial anymore. But anyway, I really like this scent. I guess I should just talk about the scent. I believe you can still find stuff from this line either online or in some of the stores. It smells very florally. It's pretty strong. I can't put my finger on what it actually smells like, and it doesn't really say. Summer blooms, blue waters, and sparkling citrus. Yeah, I get a lot of floral and I get a lot of like citrus. And then, you know, it kind of has the same notes as, did you guys ever wear Cool Water when you were in middle school? By, I think it's Davidoff. I totally wore Cool Water in middle school, and it kind of reminds me of just a hint of that. So anyway, I like this. Most importantly, I really like the foam. So yeah, I'll keep repurchasing the foam. I never did end up repurchasing this particular fragrance, but I liked it. It's just not the stuff that I typically go for. So those are all of my empties for you for home fragrance stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions down below. This month, I really didn't have a ton of empties because I am burning a couple of Yankee candles, and the burn time on those is just crazy long, like 150 hours per candle for the big guys here. So versus like finishing one of these in like 3-4 days. So, you know, I have a feeling that in August too, it's going to be kind of a slow empties month for candles because it just takes so much longer to burn a Yankee candle than it does a Bath & Body Works candle. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Questions down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.